Hello, my friend, and welcome to Heart, Mind, and Soul, your channel for personal development and self love. Today, we are going to talk about why is it so difficult to make a decision. We could be all one decision away from the turning point in our lives, and still we just can't seem to make and or take that decision. There comes a time in everyone's life when you know something is not right anymore and you start wondering what that could be. You finally manage to figure it out, but you ignore it and go on with your life. Sometimes you hide that terrifying thought about needing to change something as deep as you can in the most remote part of your mind, not to mention your heart. A few months or years pass by, and you keep living your life as usual, coming to terms for now with the decision of not deciding. All of a sudden, this old feeling of frustration and unhappiness comes back, and you finally can't bear it anymore. So you decide enough is enough. Usually, this happens when your situation is already serious and at a breaking point. It could be that your health is badly compromised now because you decided to ignore previous warnings. It could be that a few years ago you were very busy raising your children and you stopped thinking about yourself and you put everything on hold while growing them up. Or maybe you were made redundant, and even though you knew this was coming, you didn't act and you didn't have a plan B. Well, it doesn't have to be that way. We could decide earlier to make that change. So, what stops us from doing it? Why can it be so hard or scary? We can thank our primitive brain for this. It is merely a protection system put into place by our brain to protect us from the unknown, thus, what it thinks is dangerous, which could have been very useful during the Stone Age to make us aware about dangerous animals and dangerous situations, but not now. Basically, our brain is like a computer that hasn't been updated. This is why we are so scared at times to make that decision. Our mind is quite comfortable and content in staying in the comfort zone and in what feels familiar. Now, the good news is that if we know about it, and now we know, we can foresee and work with this critical moment in which we need to decide and take action. The bad news is that it's not always easy. However, just the awareness alone gives us a great advantage. Don't you agree? To conclude this audio, I want to encourage you to never ignore that nagging voice telling you that something needs your attention, because usually it's right on the other side of that fear or indecision that resides a better, more positive, fulfilling, and satisfying life for ourselves. That also brings us to a consideration, which is that there isn't a perfect time to make that decision. It is always the perfect time because your soul has spoken to you. So don't be worried about being too young, being too old, being early, being late. Just give yourself a possibility. So, my friends, let me know in the comments if you learned something new and what is one thing you can do today towards that decision that you know is time to take. Next time, we're going to talk about fear and its cycles. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and activate the bell so you won't miss any future content. So take care for now. Bye bye.